Hey everybody, it's Voxel Twig, and today we are jumping right back into Create Above and Beyond. Now, the first thing you might notice is wait, this is not where we left off, and you'd be absolutely right. Between when we recorded our episode 0 and today, for whatever reason, the server decided it was going to reset itself right before my daily backup. I think I had my backup set for the server to like 6 a.m., and the server decided it was going to reset at 5:45. So we just missed it. But what I ended up doing is we just loaded into a new world real quick. And since we didn't really do anything on camera, I went ahead and got myself a nice little farm made. I took over someone's house. I got a couple chests, and I did a little bit of mining, and I got enough for us to get started on our first task, which is ore processing. So we can jump into chapter 1, but first we're going to do ore processing, so metallurgy here, because before we do anything else, we need a consistent and steady supply of all of our resources. So the path we're going to start with, just because we don't have access to some of these things, is we're going to go mining tool, which is 1-to-1. I'm sorry. Just started off. And we're going to go mining tool, which is 1-to-1. And then we'll get crushed stone from that, or crushed ores. And then we're going to mill it. So that's 1-to-3. And that'll give us dust. And then from there, what we're going to do is we can either smelt it to dust 1-to-1. Over here has more, but this requires much more resources and eventually electricity kind of things. So what we're going to do is we're going to wash it. So we're going to go 1-to-2. And that gives us nuggets. And then from nuggets, we can just compact it. We can just, for now, we're just going to collect it automatically in like a big, like a chest. We can automate it further to compact it down to ingots, but for now, we're just going to leave it at nuggets just to be, just to be there. Eventually, what we'll probably do is a compacting drawer, just because it is one piece, and then we'll get an ingot. And so that's what we're going to do today, just to give you a rough overview. We've already mined, so we're going to set up our mill, then we're going to set up our washer, and then that's going to go directly into a chest. And I have everything I need here in my pocket to get started, and I figured our house is right there. Eventually, we're going to probably take over this whole field with machines, and what we can do eventually is you can do things like launch pads. So instead of it going into a chest, it can like launch somewhere else. So we'll have things, hip scopping all over the place and take over this whole field. But for now, we'll start right here. That way, when we come outside, we can always see our very first creation. And doesn't have to be very big. It's not going to be, the most efficient way to do it. You can make, in this pack, you can make huge builds. You can set up, a whole array of processing systems. But since the server always goes, and because, I'm home a lot, I can, if I really need to, I can just put a bunch of stuff in and just let it run. So for now, let's see where we're going to put it. Let's see. I know it's going to be about 7-ish wide. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we want to start with our millstone that I definitely have. One sec. All right, millstone. And then what we'll do is we're going to put a shaft here, and then we're going to take our rubber, and boom. Look at that. Look at us go. All right, we're unstoppable. And then we don't need this here anymore. Oh. And if you don't have anything on the conveyor belt, it will go into it like that. So what we'll do is we're going to put this like that, so that once it mills, it'll drop into the hopper onto the belt system. And then for the belt system, we need to put these fans down. Oh, okay. I think we gotta rotate it. So we'll do that. Give me 1 second here. All right, and we're back. We gotta get a wrench. Rotate it. Oh, there, we had it. There it is. And boom. Just like that. And then put this away. And what's going to happen here is these fans, once activated, they are going to basically blow water onto the ore as it comes out to wash it, and that's going to essentially be our duplication right there. So now all we got to do is we got to set. I need a little platform here. Boom, that there. All right. And got a couple more chests. Let's put this here. That's going to go there. And then what we'll have is we'll have in... That's not what I wanted. An andesite funnel going into the chest. So now anything that comes down the belt will go into the chest. And what we'll need is our... One of these. One of these. So now if we connect this to there, perfect. And this is essentially what we're looking at, we're using here. Nothing crazy. We do need some trapdoors. And put them... Nope. Put that there. That there. And that there. Perfect. Because we're going to put, the water is going to go in here, and we'll need to, whoopsies. Whoop. Okay, we can do this. And we need to make sure that the water doesn't just pour out everywhere. So, there's that. We are cooking with gas. And up top, we're going to put another chesteroo here. That is where all of our ores are going to go. They're going to come down here, get ground up, and yeah. It's going to be great. And then we put this here. Nope, that wasn't lined up like I thought it was. Gearbox. That should work. Yes. All right, so now what we can do is we got this all set up, and we can get our first water wheels down. Now, what this is going to require is we're going to have to fence this in, or not fence it in, but, you know, block it off because water wheel implies water. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this blocked off, get the water running, and then I will be right back. All right, and here we have it. Now, we got the water all set up. I wanted to try to make it, again, as compact as I could. This guy's going to try to come bother us. Didn't make it. So we just have 2 water wheels with a shaft going to our gearbox to activate our millstone. And I use trapdoors to waterlog it so that way we don't have to use full blocks. It looks cleaner, it looks nicer. Same thing that we're doing here. Just did it with the water wheels as well. So now what we're going to do is make sure we have everything in our inventory that we're going to need. And then we have to head to the back of our contraption to get power to the belts on top and the belts on bottom. And then once we have that, we add our water and we're done. So let us get this thing started. So let's start with a gearbox here. And then we should be able to do one of these. One of those. And then one of those. That should work, right? Except this isn't the right way. There we go. Look at that. So what we can do is try to figure out how to get this done with the least amount of pieces. So let's do this, and no, we don't. Let's, how about just this? Okay. And then if we, that, and that. All right, so that's rolling. Okay, It's not the prettiest thing. Don't pay any attention, but it works. Now what we gotta do is basically have to do the same thing, but up top. Let's not get that close. Start here. So what we'll need is, I imagine we need a gearbox. One of these. Nope. With one of these. And we should be able to just kind of pipe it down here, right? Now, it's either not working because it's broken or because... And there it is. Look at that. All right, so now the bottom belt goes, top belt goes. This is... Let's put this here. Put that there. Because I do not want... And then that... Well, I mean, we can watch it go. It should just go right in there. And there you have it. Now, the reason we're using a chest instead of drawers is because the drawers can only have one thing. And as you know, we're going to have many different kinds of ore in here. So, now what we can do is we can just go... One. Whoops. Can I put another one there? I didn't think I could. Or... Is that going to spill out the back? Nope. Perfect. So 2. Oops. 2. 2. 3. There we go. So. What if I do this? That's got a good speed. Oh, this is moving. Because the thing is, we want this to move, but we don't want this to move very fast. So, like, this slow speed is... It is A-okay. Because what's going to happen is... Let me throw all this up in here. If we grab some of our sweet crushed iron... Well, we don't need... Let's just take half of this. Just examples. So theoretically, if we put this in here, it should drop it. It's getting crushed, you can see there. And then once it's crushed, it goes here. And now it's getting washed. And then by the time it gets to the end, we have nuggets. So we put a bunch in there. Let's see how many we get back, right? Because we had a stack of 56, so we put in 28. We put half our stack in, so we put 28. So let's see how many nuggets we get for our problems here. Da-na-na. I mean, it's going, and they're all in here getting crushed. It's beautiful, you guys. You know, let's take a nice picture with it. What do you think? Thumbnail, smile. Oh yeah. That's nice. And with that we have officially automated metallurgy for the beginning. The next thing we're going to do is, in order to make these things, we had to go in and we had to get kinetic mechanisms. So this chapter is technically done. However, don't worry, we're not jumping right into chapter 2. What we're going to do is we're going to automate this, or as much as we can. The big things that we're going to focus on automating is we are going to automate kelp. We are going to automate getting clay and sediment. And then once that's automated, we should be able to automate these steps here. Haven't decided yet, and then once it's all done, we can actually automate the building of kinetic mechanisms. But this was the first step, just because we needed to start getting ore processing done, because without that, it would just be so tedious. But the next time we are going to do Underwater Garden, and we are going to build an automated kelp farm. There's lots of kelp out there. It's not something that is terribly hard to get, but it would just be that much easier if we had it, somewhere nearby. Maybe, I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but maybe we'll have like a little automatic kelp farm like right here. Seems like a nice place to put kelp farm. So let's check in here. It looks like it's still going, but I think that, oh, no, not the last one. How much is in here? Okay, so there's 53 dust and already 58. So we've already gotten, this right here is twice as many as we put in. So, and then each of these is going to be 2, so that's another 100. So yeah, this is definitely going fantastic. If you guys like the video, please hit that like button down below. Leave a comment and let me know if you want to see more, especially because this is only our first episode. There's lots planned. There's still tons to get through in this quest book. Just so much stuff we can get into. But yeah, if you guys are liking the series, please hit that like button down below. Leave a comment letting me know. We got a ton more things we can get into on this mod pack. We really haven't even done chapter 1. I've gotten the items needed to complete it, but we haven't automated any of it. And the whole point of this is to automate it. I mean, you could easily, without too much trouble, go through each of these chapters manually. It would take you a long time, but you could do it. This took me a few hours to get all the things needed to make this and go mining and do all that. But having everything automated going forward is going to be easier. So yeah, please like, comment. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified when we upload new content, and let me know if you guys want to see more of this. I know we still have Sky Factory videos coming out. If you want to see more of those, we can definitely do more of those. Or if you want to see more of these, we can do this instead. I'm not saying I'm not giving up on Sky Factory, but this is a newer mod pack that a few people recommended to me. And, we can either play through this and then go back to Sky Factory. But, it's totally up to you guys. Just let me know. But this is Voxel Twig, and I will catch you later.